Good evening, everyone. This is Sharon Pistilli, and I am calling to order the Finance Committee meeting of the RTM on September 20th, 2021 at 9:31 p.m. Joe Siebert, if you wouldn't mind just taking attendance so we know who's here, that'd be great.
Yeah, so obviously I'm here. Sharon Pistilli. That's here. Hank Ferentz.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Jill Vergara.
Oh,
No, she's on.
Did you just call my name? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you call my name?
Yeah, I called your name.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Matt Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Tamisha Powell Dunmore, correct?
Here.
Hello. Ed Bateson. Calling Ed Bateson. No. Amy O'Shea. No. Okay. All right. There you go.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the committee minutes from the June committee meeting?
Yeah, motion to approve. Joe.
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, it's unanimous. The next item is item 3, which is the paper street known as Cherry Street. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Yeah.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
Who? Matt motioned. Who second?
I thought I heard Hank, but...
Hank.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
Hank.
second.
Okay. And is there any discussion?
I mean, the fact that we can't get any compensation for it as defined by the charter, and that there's safety issues and an easement, I got no issues with this.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it anymore. Now that I've heard from a couple of constituents who are supportive of it, I feel a lot better about it. And I just wanted to also get on the record with the owner that there's a historic problem of not having access on the sidewalk, which I really didn't like hearing that. So I'm hopeful that mentioning that to him, he'll be more mindful of it. And I agree with Matt's points. You know, I think that this is a good opportunity for them to maintain the property better, and it could be a win-win for the neighborhood too. And having the drainage easement just put my mind at ease that this wasn't going to be overbuilt.
Yeah, I agree. That was the one thing where I was. Now that we know that it can't be developed as one huge parcel, then that changes my view of it. Does anyone else have other comments?
Yep. I agree.
Same here.
Okay, cool. Okay, so all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed or any abstentions? Okay. Pass unanimously. And then item number 4 is the American Rescue Plan Act. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I second.
Okay. Is there any discussion?
I mean, I think that there are reasons to move quickly on this. I understand the kind of like the time exigencies, and that I do want to approve most of these projects, but it's just that it doesn't seem like it's well thought out and prioritizes really the things that I think are kind of really important, like the flood mitigation. I just don't understand why we wouldn't put that at the top of the list for everything that the flood and erosion wanted. But I guess, as an RTM, all we can do is reduce. We can't add anything in. So I don't know. There are certain items that I don't agree with, like the fleet of cars. I think that is going back, 4 decades, and even though other towns are stuck in those decades, it doesn't mean that Fairfield has to when we're deciding how we're moving forward. I just think that it's a big waste of money, and it's going to be...
Well, from a risk mitigation standpoint, I think that reason alone kind of offsets it.
You do?
Because if we have liability if somebody driving in a car, you want it to be our car and not their own car, because that creates more issues. So from a liability standpoint, from a risk standpoint, it's definitely worth it for us to own the fleet of cars that people are driving.
Just because we as a town do regular maintenance? Is that what you're saying, Sharon?
Yeah,
yes. Regular maintenance.
It's also, it would be more difficult, like if you had one family that only has one car and one person dropping the other person off at work, then that means that you have to be of a certain, you have to have 2 cars to work for the town. Like we were a 1-car family for a while, and, for a pretty significant amount of time. So if I took the job, that would have meant I would have had to buy a car.
Yeah. Yeah, that is an issue.
I mean, it just looks like a big price tag, right? Which it is, but this has been something we've been talking about. Like the gas line items a few years ago were ridiculous for the fleet, so at least they'll be electric, and that would also help us save money.
But we're committing to maintain them properly in a way that we haven't been before, so that maintenance cost is going to be built into the operating budgets.
Electric cars need almost no maintenance at all.
And they would be covered under a warranty.
Wait, Hank, what did you say?
I said for the first 2, 3, 4 years, they'd be covered under warranty anyway. So there wouldn't be a maintenance cost for the town.
Not immediately. Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah. But like electric cars, they don't need an oil change. Right? They need a tire rotation, but they don't need the same things that a gas car needs.
You don't think it's an issue that they're not going to be in a garage?
They would just buy them covers.
Well, the cars now aren't in a garage.
I know.
Well, no, but they're a different level of car.
Trash. It's terrible. We have people driving around in those.
Yes, it is.
For what it's worth, I've never garaged my cars, and modern cars are just coded to a certain degree that it just doesn't matter, as far as I've been able to tell.
Yeah, I mean, we have a Prius plug-in that's outside. It's fine. It's 10, 11 years old. I mean, it's a plug-in hybrid, but it's fine.
So you have all the maintenance.
Okay, are there any other comments?
Well, I have an issue with paving, too, because I like the idea of catching up on paving. We clearly need it, and it's something that my constituents raise all of the time as something. It's one of definitely raised as a priority when I'm knocking doors. So I see the importance of it and the utility of it, but I worry that enabling, it's kind of like a bailout right now, because we haven't been putting in the right amount of money for paving for the past couple of years. And so this enables us to get out of that hole and put the money into the roads the way that we should be. I just need the reassurance that we're going to put the money into the operating budget annually that we should be to be on the right schedule, and so that there's like an accountability for the people making these decisions and budgeting the way that they should be.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah.
Because this is totally a game theory and social engineering problem where it's the pack mentality desire to punish people who are making improper decisions. But from a pure economic and financial standpoint, from a personal benefit and town benefit standpoint, that should not influence this decision. And I totally get where you're coming from, and I don't disagree with why you feel that way. But not doing this just to force accountability would be a negative for our constituents.
Well, it's one of the issues. It's not just the accountability, but it's also just making sure that we, in the future, when we build this back into the operating budget, it's going to hurt a little bit, right? I mean, I just want the reassurance that we're actually going to get to the point where we're paying for this annually on a schedule the way that we should be, so it doesn't hit any one year in a hard way.
Well, and we need a town policy, right? If the policy is we're not going to bond paving, then the policy is we're not going to bond paving. If the policy is we are going to bond paving, then it needs to be we are going to be bond paving. It's not going to change, from year to year. Like, we need to have a policy and a plan on it. It doesn't have to be, written in stone, but we need a strategy going forward, and it needs to be accounted for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an official written policy, but I thought the Board of Finance several years ago made the decision that paving would no longer be bonded.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the rationale that I recall hearing was if you're going to bond something, it should be able to at least pay for its own interest. I've made the argument that there's economic loss to bad roads, so paving roads, even if you're paying interest on it, is generally a financial positive, especially when interest rates are incredibly low in our current rate environment and having a very high rating on our debt. That said, that analysis hasn't been done, so I can't really stand by it. And keeping the option open of being able to flip back and forth has value. I understand the need for a high level.
It depends on the interest rate, right?
Right, absolutely. And so I agree with you 100% when you say you need a strategy, but I don't even think that a not written in stone policy of we do or we don't bond paving is a benefit to us, because having the ability to react to the current economic situation seems wise.
Yeah, so you think it's too rigid to say. It's just like,
yeah, I've never understood why anybody took a stance and just said we will or we will not bond this particular thing. You bond it when it makes sense, and you don't when it doesn't.
Yes, that's a very good point.
I would agree with that. But at the end of the day, this is infrastructure, so I agree with the other point.
So paving is kind of marketing too, right?
Yeah, there are economic and financial benefits to having good
marketing.
roads.
It is marketing.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to save, Jill? You want to save money on the town car fleet? Have better roads.
Maybe the tire won't fall off.
I just knew that tie-in was coming.
I didn't.
Yeah, well, good. It was very clever. Could I just back up to 4 for a second, because I think I missed something just from a secretary point of view.
I completely lost track of where we are too.
Yeah,
no, we're still on 4.
Well, we are still on 4. Okay.
Yeah, Joe made the motion. Tamisha seconded it. Now we're in discussion.
Okay. Now I'm with you. I was like, how did we get into $24.8 million? I was like,
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it kind of got lost. That's all. I got lost. Sorry.
Well, I mean, we could combine 4 and 5.
Yeah, because they blend into each other,
Okay.
But
maybe I jumped the gun. I'm sorry. Maybe I jumped this discussion.
That's okay. Why don't we just combine 4 and 5? Is that? Do we have a motion to combine 4 and 5?
I'll make a motion.
I got them so confused. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Who made the motion to combine?
Tamisha.
Okay.
Okay,
Second.
Tanisha. Joe.
I'll second.
Okay, Jill.
Okay, so let's just do that.
All right, now we're good. Okay.
Cool with that? We've combined
now
4 and 5. Okay. Is there any more?
I'm good.
Is there any more discussion on items 4 and 5?
No. Now I'm good.
Okay, cool. Hearing none. All those in favor of items 4 and 5, please signify by saying aye.
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 Oh,
Any
I'm gonna
opposed?
abstain.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not going to end up on the consent calendar anyway, so.
Did we have an abstention?
Yeah.
I think Jill did.
Oh, Jill, you abstained. Okay.
Yep.
That's it? Everybody else approve? Okay. Thank you.
I wouldn't have abstained for item 4, though. So if it's problematic,
but the fact,
consent calendar.
Okay. Well.
Oh, crud. Okay.
That's
right.
all right.
Well, so can we move the discussion notes under item 5? We'll put the discussion notes under item 5. We're going with item 4.
You expected me to record all those discussion notes?
No, I got it for you. I'm going to take pictures and send it to you. Okay, so under item, we're going to go back to. Is everyone okay if we go back to item 4?
No, that's
Sure.
fine. Do you want me to make a motion to separate them?
Yes, please.
Okay, I make a motion to separate items 4 and 5.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so now item 4. Do I have a motion to approve item 4? Jill?
Yes.
Do I have a second, Tanisha?
Second.
Since you did first time.
Second by Tanisha. That's 4, and now.
Okay. All those in favor of item 4, or is there any more discussion on item 4? Hearing none. All those in favor of item 4, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, so 4 is unanimous. Do I have
But Jill, you're abstaining on 4.
On 5.
No, I'm good with an aye.
5 is unanimous. 4 is unanimous, so 4 could end up on the consent calendar. So then 5.
All right, we're unanimous. Okay, we're unanimous on 4.
Don't worry, I promise. I promise I'll help you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
So item 5. Do I have a motion to approve item 5?
I'll make a motion to approve item 5.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Anyone? Okay, Hank second. Is there any further discussion on item 5? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 I'm going to abstain. This is the paving. Item 5.
Well, it's everything. It's the whole thing.
The whole thing.
It's the 24.8 million. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Aye.
Okay. Are there anyone opposed? Any abstentions?
I'll abstain.
Okay.
Now I got it. Thank you.
All right, cool. And then item 6, which is the harbor management ordinance. I forgot. We didn't have this before. We did have this before us last time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So we are voting on it this time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve item 6?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Joe.
I'll second. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
All right. Thank you.
All right. And then, is there any discussion?
Made sense to me.
Yeah, that made sense.
I liked the changes.
Okay. If hearing no further discussion, all those in favor please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. I think that was it. That's the end. Okay, so do we have a motion to adjourn?
Joe.
Yes.
I'll motion. Oh.
Okay. Joe, trusting you got that.
Who do I give the motion to adjourn?
Don't care.
Matt.
All right, I'll take it. Who's second?
Yeah, definitely Matt.
I'll second.
Matt.
Okay.
It's
All
Joe
those
and Matt.
in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Okay.
It is 9:52.
All right, great. Thank you, everybody. Have a good
Thank
weekend.
you. I'm really sorry for messing things up. Thank you.
That's
no,
okay.
it's okay.
That's no
All right.
worries.
Thank you, everyone.
Aye.
All right,
Thanks all. Have a good night.
All right, bye-bye.
Night.